Hey there, everyone. So what we're going to go through today is we're going to go through the mitosis diagram. And if you need the paper for this, you can find it on Canvas. So just look on there and you should find the link on there. Okay? But for number one, what we're going to start with is chromatin. It says describe the appearance of DNA in this stage. Okay? In this stage, what we're going to find is DNA is a loose and it's in like kind of like a noodle-like shape. And that's how we'll describe the appearance as well. So it's like a loose noodle shape. Okay? This is the DNA while it's in interphase. In the particular stage within interphase, since we have three parts of interphase, we have G1, we have the S stage for synthesis, and we have G3. So this is going to actually be in G1. So I'll put that in there. Okay, our next one is chromosome. So in this stage, this is when we have two chromosomes or two parts of the DNA, and those are duplicated. So describe the appearance of the DNA at this stage. It's going to be two exact copies. Okay? I'm going to say same genetic information as well. Okay? Awesome. So our next one is at what phase of the cell cycle would DNA look this way? So after we get done with interphase in G1, then there is the S stage, and that's where DNA replication and synthesis is happening. So I'm going to write interphase, and in parentheses, I'm going to write S stage. Okay. And I'm also going to write out synthesis, because that's how I've referred to it in class. Okay. So the next one is sister chromatids. Okay? So this is asking us to draw out what the chromosomes would look like and label each of the chromatid. Okay, so our chromosomes are going to be like this here. Okay, they're going to be a bit longer, and on each of these outsides, that's where we're going to find the sister chromatids. Okay. And then this side here, we have sister chromatids as well. And in the middle here, we would have a centromere. Okay, and that's what would be connecting each of the sister chromatids. And now we'll go to the question. So, at what phase does replication occur to create sister chromatids? Okay. And that's going to be again at the S phase. So, interphase, and particularly the S stage. Okay, awesome. So, at what phase do the sister chromatids separate? Okay, so you're going to want to think I play music at the club, or think PMAT. Okay, so I play music at the club. Okay, so that's where I'm getting that from. The A in anaphase and PMAT is going to remind us of anaphase and also that they're being pulled apart at that stage. Okay, and so where it says at what phase do sister chromatids separate, we're going to say anaphase. Okay, great. That's going to be it for our front side. To what it was like in our first picture. Okay, so it's going to be loose. We're going to move on to our back side. Okay, so for us, it's going to say cytokinesis. So this is going to be after mitosis is complete or at the very end of mitosis. Okay, so it says what it shows first of all is it shows two cells, so cell 1 and cell 2. Okay, and each of those cells, what we're going to have is we're going to have our DNA really simple shape, but now this time, since we're done with mitosis, we're going to have two cells, and each of those are going to have identical genetic information. So the DNA is going to look really similar in the way that it's laid out. Okay? So define cytokinesis. That is the separation of cytoplasm and remaining organelles. Okay? So after the important specific stuff has been duplicated already, the DNA and chromosomes, then we have the separation of cytoplasm and organelles that are just being pinched apart right before they come apart and become two separate cells. Okay? So would these cells be identical? Okay. These cells would, yes, be exact copies. Okay. And remember, they only have one parent cell, so there's not anywhere else to get variation from unless it was a mutation. So if there's only one parent cell, that means we're going to have identical sets of copies of DNA and identical uh, uh, daughter cells. Okay. So we'll continue to our last part here. So we have a little diagram here that's talking about the number of chromosomes in each of these parts. Okay, so just so we're all on the same page, on the right side here, we have daughter cells. Okay, I'm going to draw an arrow to both of those. I got one there and one down here. Okay. Over here, we have parent cell. Okay. And so now we'll go ahead and start filling stuff out. Okay. So in our daughter cells, we're going to have 20 in each because our daughter cells are clones of each other. They have identical copies of genetic information. So if one daughter cell has 20, the other has to have 20. Okay. And now for the parent cell here, the parent cell is going to have the same number of chromosomes as the daughter cells. So the parent cell will also have to have 20. Okay. And this circle here is telling us how many chromosomes are there after the synthesis stage in interphase. All right, and the number of chromosomes that we would have in there would be twice as many as what we started with because we would need enough chromosomes so each of the daughter cells gets a set of those. So if we're going to get uh, enough for each of these daughter cells, each of this one and this one here, we would need 40 chromosomes, okay? And you could either have counted up the two on the right side, so 20 plus 20, that would give us 40, or you could have just doubled the amount that we had in the parent cell. So you could have done 20 times 2, or again, 20 plus 20, that would have gave us 40. Okay, so those are a couple ways we could have found that. Okay? Just to do one more example, if I have my diagram here, okay, let's say that I had a parent cell that had 14 chromosomes. Okay, so if that's the case, then my daughter cells, these right here, this one and this one, they would both also have to have 14 chromosomes. Okay, awesome. And then both of those, each of those would have had to have a set of chromosomes prepared for them in right after interphase. So we would have had 28 chromosomes in the middle here. Okay, so one set for each of this one and this one. So that's where we got the 28. Or you could have again doubled the parent cell, which is this one here.